Alright, what's going on everybody on YouTube? Griffin here, coming back to you guys with another live stream. Showing on my end that the stream quality may not be up to par. Let me go ahead and make sure that we are up and going, hopefully. Looks like it says we're doing pretty good right now, so I'll just go ahead and get on and get started. But if we have any issues, definitely let me know. It's showing a little red bar for me, which usually is not a good sign. You want that to be green or yellow at the minimum. But like I said, if there's any issues, definitely just let me know and I'll try to figure out what's going on. But first and foremost, if you're new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here. We're now over 430 members of our community of like-minded individuals, and we'd love to add you to that community. So definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below, like I said. And while you're at it, if you're into networking with a bunch of like-minded individuals, we have a totally free Discord group chat. That's one of the first links in the description box. And if you have issues with that link, just let me know. Sometimes it expires, I know. So if I ever need to update it, definitely just shout it out in the comments and I'll get on that ASAP. But with that being said, today we're just going to talk about just something simple that I think a lot of people forget. I know I'm taking a break from iron condors and everything like that, options in general. I feel like I got something in my nose, but I don't. We're just going to talk about basics because so many people miss out. It's ironic that people will hop into a stock out of FOMO, fear of missing out, but then they, as soon as there's a pretty deep correction, 8 to 12% correction, when we know is an awesome buying opportunity, everybody shrivels up and just kind of just sits in cash until there's quote-unquote direction in the market, as the quote-unquote experts like to say. They always talk about, every time you hear the word uncertainty, there's so much uncertainty in the market, that's when you should be buying, in all honesty. We know that. We know every time we hear negative news, we hear such and such is selling, such and such came up short of expectations, this, that, and the other, that's the time to buy. But for some reason, people psychologically, I don't know if it's because people watch too much business news, listen to their broke family, I don't know what the case may be, but I mean, just psychologically, for some reason, people forget that when we have these corrections, and I'm going to use Apple because I bought some Apple this week at a perfect time actually, and it's not because you can see Apple's in another correction. We called out a pretty solid support. I said right around 192 would be it, and then I said the lowest it's going to fall is right around 185, and sure enough, where did it come up here the last week? Just under 186, and I did not buy it right around here. I wanted to find some sort of confirmation, and I was like, okay, it did a nice little bounce back, and then I saw, because I invested in it Thursday, I believe, yesterday, right? Yeah, yesterday, Thursday. Lose track of days whenever you work all the time. But I saw this little there was a little drop off early on in the morning. Yeah, here we go. I was thinking Friday. I was like, that doesn't look right. There was this little drop off early in the morning. I waited for some confirmation of a bounce, and I got in right around 187.25 if I recall. So you can see I'm already up about what, $6 and some change on that position. It's showing it's right around 194 right now in the after hours, and honestly I haven't even been watching it. I mean, apparently it almost got up to 195, so I was up almost $8 on that position already in less than a day. Why? Because I took advantage. I got in, like I said, 187.25, so I got in right around here, and if I were to have sold it around 195, I would have made about 4% on the money already. But I know that my target sell, I'm not going to think about selling this. I know we're going to hit some resistance right around 200 to 204. I know there's going to be some solid resistance around there. So I might reevaluate it depending on how the overall market's doing, how Apple's name is doing, like in the news and whatnot at the time. Because that might, if any, right around this area, if there's any negative news, anything like that, earnings, however long it takes for it to get back up to here, if there's any negativity, essentially, it could just keep going down. And all honesty, it's kind of at a pretty strong resistance right now, because you saw it was hanging out where? Right around 194 to 195 for a couple days before it dropped even further. So right now we're at a pretty critical point as well. I'm anxious to see. I think Monday, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on Monday. The fact that we've came up almost $10 in 2 days, little much. I look for some sort of a pullback within Apple on Monday, maybe wipe out today's gains or something, 0.5% to 1%, and then hopefully that will give us, I think 191 will be our support. So yeah, I bet we lose about what we gained today. We'll bounce off 191 and then hopefully break through that 194 to 195 resistance and go on up and eventually test 200 to 204, that range. But that's just my thoughts on that. The whole point is there's so many, what I just can't understand is why so many people are missing out on these deals. I mean, it's not even just Apple. Let's go to, I want to make a custom time frame. Let's just do the last 30 days roughly. Actually, let's do a little bit longer because the correction's really gone on for a little over a month now. Let's just do 90 days just to be safe. So you can see Apple is still about $40 off all-time highs. Do I plan on selling at all-time highs? No, probably not, because we got a lot of resistances to break. We got to break this one, this one. You're going to have a pretty solid resistance, like I said, right around 200 to 204. And then you have another one around 208 probably. I don't know why I drew this line here, actually. Maybe it's something on the 180-day chart that got me. But, and then, of course, there's going to be a massive resistance at 215. But point being, I mean, you see these deals all over the place. I mean, one that I heard today, I heard NVIDIA. I heard that it's just dropped like a rock lately. And I don't know anything about it much. I mean, I didn't invest in it, and there's a reason. I mean, I don't invest in anything that I don't know anything about. But, I mean, NVIDIA, I mean, that's just one. I mean, the fact that it was down almost 20% today, even just for a short-term swing trade, day trade even, chances are this thing's going to be back up to around 170 on Monday. Somewhere around there at the minimum. Because it's going to have some sort of a dead cat bounce. I mean, it's up $3 roughly from the low, but still, I don't think it's done going back up. I think, if anything, it might hit 170 to 180 next week, and that might be one to watch. Another one, what else is on sale? Let's see. I mean, there's just sales all over the place. Caterpillar's still on sale. Obviously, that one you need to be a little bit careful. And look, it's finally starting to go back up. But if there's any negative trade talks, that one will come right back down. So be careful with that. eBay, another one that's somewhat on sale. It's showing some sort of, that is trying to find some solid support and possibly come up. My price target would be $31. So that's $3. So you got in right about now. You sold it, let's just say right on 10% potential. What else do we got? PayPal, that one didn't drop a whole lot. I heard that retail's still been getting smashed. Walmart is back under $100. To me, that's one that I'd be keeping an eye on personally. Let's see where we at right now. Right around a pretty damn close to a support right now. I think Walmart's probably going to come back up to around 105 probably by the end of holiday season. That's just my gut feeling just based off the past. So if you held to around 105, you're talking 7-8% over the next month probably. What else? Kors, Michael Kors. That one's iffy. You can tell it's been down a lot recently too. Beat the earnings estimate, so that's always a good sign. Tapestry, TPR, another one that's just been getting smashed lately. Retail in general has just been getting smashed lately. And, I mean, take advantage of it. You're going into holiday season. If anything, the market is kind of throwing a bone at you. So, I mean, it's just about, just read the charts, I mean, like I said, I don't know anything about a lot of these companies. Like this one, I mean, they beat the earnings barely, but how was the guidance? Was it poor guidance? I didn't hear. But look at that. Tapestry, this is yesterday. Tapestry declares quarterly cash dividend. So you're telling me that's going to be bad news? Let's see here. List Tapestry to overweight from neutral. Doesn't really matter. Let's see here. Upgrades Tapestry. Yeah, so I mean they keep getting upgrades and whatnot the last week or so. So I mean this might Tapestry might be one to be on the lookout for. Even if you bought it right around $40 and sold it right around, you're gonna find some resistance around 43. You're talking $3 a share. You're talking what, another 6% possibly over the next month. So I mean the deals are out there, and this is more for the people that aren't necessarily, I mean for traders too, but people that aren't necessarily trying to do like super quick trades, or maybe just trying to build an IRA account, build their 401k, whatever. You guys know how I feel about 401ks and stuff, but they're just trying to kind of find a way, because let's be real, if you are in any like S&P mutual fund this year or DIA or anything like that, most mutual funds, ETFs, all that are just not doing good this year. I mean, just look like we talk about SPY. I mean, I think it's still negative on the year. Let's go to the 1 year. January 1, we were at January 1, we were right around 270. So we are just barely positive on the year again. But look at this beautiful double bottom forming here. So I mean, I think the market definitely has a lot higher to go. You're going to find some pretty strong resistance where? Right around 278 probably, somewhere around there. 278 overall on SPY. But I don't think we're going to have any issues. I think the market is finally starting to kind of regather itself. We're going into holiday season. I mean, everything is going to start quote-unquote feeling. There's going to be better vibes, so it's like, do not miss out on the opportunities of cheap stuff. Even if you just want to hop in a basic ETF like SPY, I mean, you're probably talking, I think end of the year we're going to retest the all-time high. We got, what, about a month and a half? I think within a month and a half this could jump another $20. It doesn't mean it's going to, no, but I mean, say you hopped in right around 273 and you rode it up to, let's just say it's going to, let's say it has some strong resistance at the January highs, 285. You're talking a 4% return in a month. I mean, that's still not bad. Take 4% a month times 12 months. You did 48% on your money. And if we go even higher, if we try to test those all-time highs, you're talking 7% in roughly a month. So, I mean, deals are out there all over. I heard Facebook got smashed again, did they? Facebook's down to 139. Holy hell, I'm glad I didn't buy any of that. This thing is just a falling knife. That's insane. What happened now? Is it Facebook? Nope. Facebook's free fall. Yep, probably. Get rid of Zuckerberg. Nothing really crazy. Just a bunch of BS around Facebook again. It's crazy. They keep whooping. They keep having good earnings, but I mean the guidance sucks every time. I wouldn't buy Facebook till it's back to around $100. And when's the last time it was there? $100, $100, $100. Way back. Back in 2016. So what? It's the lowest it's been in over a year. Yeah, about a year and a half. See how we're doing. I forgot the stream wasn't doing that good. Still got one of you in here. See how we're doing. So okay, yeah. When I first started the stream, it was saying that the stream quality was poor. But what else do we have? Google. How's Google doing lately? And by the way, if you're wondering why it sounds like I don't. Are we back? I knew that was gonna happen. As soon as I looked at it, I should have just left it alone. Sorry about that, guys. It's been a while since that's happened. But I bet those 90-day out options on Google are at a decent price, depending on your account size, of course. I'd be looking probably around the $1,300 range. You look at those $1,300 calls on 90 days, I bet they're not doing too bad on price right now. But what's another one? Amazon. Or not that one. Amazon's right around 1,600. Another good little solid correction. Right around that awesome support of around $1,600. I think now's the time to buy that too. I mean, personally, What they do? Blew out the earnings again. I'm sure the guidance was decent too. And also, those of you that are into the inverse ETFs, this is natural gas season. So what does that mean? UGAS. You can see UGAS has just spiked recently. What else do we got? DGAS, of course. DGAS, what are you going to do? Short the hell out of it. You can see it was down 29%. They're going to be super volatile this winter. I mean, this winter they're talking about natural gas prices spiking. So what does that mean? Anytime UGAS goes down, you might want to hop all over that. Say it goes back under $100, I'd probably hop in it personally. Hop in it for a couple weeks, and or maybe not even that. Maybe just ride it for a few days, and then go ahead and sell your profit. Rinse, repeat. Let it fall. Buy, rinse, repeat. See? What's that? Natural gas prices rise amid supply concerns, cold weather for. Pretty much just what I said. How a 200% surge and a triple over. I don't care about that. Natural gas spike on colder U.S. forecast. Natural gas inventories. 58 versus 47 estimate prior. So that should have made. Oh, that was back in October. Okay, that should have made the price go down. Let's go back to just the 180 day though. So you can see UGAS was just kind of low, just hanging low right around what, $50 to $60, $70 here and there, pretty much since March, right? Just kind of flatlining. And then what happens? Every single time we start to head into fall and then winter, we spike every single year. I mean, it's just like oil. Oil tends to kind of do the reverse, in all honesty. What do we'll look at? Let's just pull up Gush, for example. So you can see Gush was kind of hanging out between 35 to 45 a lot of the summertime. You can see back in winter, early winter or late winter, early spring, it was low. Then it started going up. You got vacation season, travel season, quote unquote. And now that we're heading into winter, where it's not just the fact of like driving season and whatnot. Obviously, inventory has a huge role to play, especially with OPEC. I'm not even going to talk about them. Let's just say they're obviously not good people. They're good for us from a driving standpoint with our price of gas, which here in Dallas, by the way, just hit $1.99 I've seen, so that's awesome. But, I mean, oil, this is Gush, which is obviously an oil ETF, oil gas ETF. It's going to keep dropping probably. I mean, my guess is Gush is probably going to settle around $15 before long. Which obviously XOP is another one we follow, which means XOP is probably going to settle, what I say, right around 33, and it'll probably find a little bit of support there. If not, I mean, it could go back to a couple years back where around $20 to $30. I would love it because, I mean, everybody would love it in all honesty, because cheaper gas prices means more money in our pockets, but term it's not good because it's going to run U.S. companies out of business, which is a whole nother story. Yeah, see, WTI hits lowest level since April. Energy bulls charging a biotech. Some of these CNBC articles are just fucking stupid. Same with, what's that other one? Forbes. That's a nut, man. Just go look at a Forbes article or magazine sometimes. You'll just be like, golly. But, I mean, I don't want to make this stream too long. I don't even know how we got on the topic of just gas and oil and everything, and natural gas. But, like I said, you just have to always be developing, always be learning as a trader, investor, swing trade, whatever you want to identify as, which I think you all should do all three. In all honesty, you should be investing long term. I already have, starting in January, part of my money, $200 a month, is going to go towards what I call my retirement emergency fund, where just $200 a month, I'm just going to invest it, and I already have a mutual fund picked out that's done roughly 12 to 14% over the last 40 years, and I'm just going to put the money in there, and I'll watch it. I already know what the mutual fund's made up of. I'll watch it. That's going to be like my only mutual fund that I hold, essentially. And it's going to do roughly probably 8 to 14% over the next 20, 40 years. and obviously the compound effect is going to turn that into probably 1 to 2, maybe even $3 million over the next 20-30 years. And then on top of that will be day trading, swing trading, iron condors, short-term options, all that good stuff. Like, you should have a good, I wouldn't say diversity. I don't like the word diversity because a lot of people take diversity too far. At the end of the day, you need to go all in on a certain thing to have ultimate success. But I know a lot of people are in different situations. So you need to just take a step back, look at how you want to be as a trader, how you want to be as an investor, whatever the case may be. And always, always, always buy the fucking fear. If there's fear, that's the time to go all in. Just go. I mean, obviously you want to have some in cash because you never know if the market's going to drop lower. But if it drops lower, guess what? Sweep in and buy more. I mean, just keep buying. I mean, it's literally simple. Everybody that talks all this BS about a 40% correction, 60% correction, oh, the market's going, damn, market ain't going to zero. If the market goes to zero, the world's going to end. Let's be real. I mean, just use your common sense. Don't let what idiots say on the internet that are living in their mother's basement tell you how to use their money. Use your money. They don't have no money. But that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the quick little 20-30 minute stream. If you did, definitely make sure to smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, hopefully everybody's had a good week, a good November. Next week is going to be kind of a different week. I'm going to try to pre-record some videos for you guys because I'm actually going to be out of town from next Wednesday afternoon until late Sunday night. Pretty much whole half of the week for Thanksgiving. I'm going back home for a little bit, so I probably won't be able to do a Sunday stock watch for not this Sunday but the following. So I'm gonna try to pre-record some stuff, but I'll keep you guys updated, especially those of you that are in the Discord group chat. You guys always know how you guys are usually pretty up to date on everything. And like I said, if you're new to the channel, definitely consider hitting that subscribe button below. We'd love to have you here and join our community, a bunch of like-minded individuals. And I mentioned that Discord group chat, like I said at the beginning of the stream. That is one of the first links in the description box, and it's the easiest way to reach me. I get notifications from that, but I